Hey guys, just before the video starts, I'm thinking about doing some beat live streams on Twitch probably. So if you want to see something like that from me, just let me know and I'll be sure to do it. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Alright, what's up guys? Today we're going to be making like a raw wave or NBA Youngboy type beat. So with these beats, you want to have the tempo around 140 to 160, maybe even 170. I normally keep it around like 150, 160. And the first thing I'm going to do is load in a piano. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to my helpers and then scale highlighting. And I like to work these more melodic beats in minor natural or the Aeolian scale. And then I'm just going to pick a key for the song. I'm probably going to go in F minor. And then I'm going to start laying down some chords. And the cool thing with the scale highlighting is it's really easy to make chords. So you just place a root note, and then you skip one of the light gray ones and go to the next one and place another note there, and that should sound good together. So if I was to make this F minor chord, I just go like that, and then I'm gonna put down some more chords and then see where it can go from there. So this chord progression works, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna raise these middle notes up an octave. I just like how that sounds better, and then maybe fill in some root notes even lower in octaves or bring some up. I don't know, I'll have to listen to it first, but yeah, let's just give this a listen. I'm just gonna add some higher notes so that actually I'm gonna duplicate this over and then add some higher notes just so the second half's a little different from the first half. And then we'll listen to this and see how that sounds. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to press Alt and R on my keyboard to randomize the velocities and some of the panning. And I'm going to turn off bipolar and just make them a little more random. And then I'm going to do Alt and X to bring the notes down. And this just makes it sound a lot more realistic. And it also makes the piano sound a lot more emotional when the velocities are lower. So I'm just going to do that. And then I'm also going to strum it by doing Alt S. And this humanizes it so they're not playing exactly on grid. And it just makes it sound more natural and realistic. Can't really hear that much of a difference with these notes, so I'm actually going to bring them up even more just so it makes a bigger impact. Okay, so now with this melody, it's just some chords, it's nothing major, and I'm actually going to clone the piano and maybe do just like a little top melody or counter melody of some sort. And since these are just basic chords, there's a lot of empty space between them. Like these longer chords, there's a lot of empty space, so it's a perfect place to put a little top melody or anything over just to make it more interesting. So I'm just gonna see what I can figure out. And with my counter melodies, I like doing some at a lower octave and then have it come down from a higher octave. It especially sounds good for these type of beats, so I'm just gonna do that. So I'm liking how that sounds for the most part. What I have going is sort of like where it's empty, I have like a more faster, higher pitch sound, and then where there's already some notes playing, I just have it like a little more slow, just so it's not too complex. And then I'm gonna copy this over and then change it up a little on the other side. I'm probably gonna add another sort of roll or something on this side, just so it's different from the first part. Okay, now I want to layer the chords with something. I'm probably gonna find some sort of pad and layer them with that, or maybe even grab a one shot and like reverse it or something. I don't know, I'll have to figure out, but I'm gonna mess around. So I'm gonna use this Distant Voices pack from Arcade, just add some like vocal chops. They work really well with these types of beats, and I'm gonna see what I can come up with. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the melodies. I'm just gonna add a synth bass from Expand, and I really like using this one, so I'm just gonna do a mostly simple bass pattern, but I might add some little groove to it, but I'll see. I think that's pretty much all I'm gonna need for the melodies, so I'm just gonna do a little basic mixing, cut out the lows so I have room for the 808s later, and then I'm gonna get started on the drums. Okay, now we're just gonna get started on the drums. So first thing I'm gonna do is grab an 808 and see what I can do. So with 808s, you can just follow the root notes of your melody, and mine goes from F to C sharp to A sharp to G sharp. So I'm just gonna take that up a few octaves, and then this note might be okay, but I don't normally like going below A or A sharp on my 808s, so I'm gonna bring this one up an octave, just because otherwise it sounds super muddy and it does not sound good if they're too low. Okay, now we're just gonna get a simple two-step hi-hat going and a clap, and then I'll probably change up the hi-hat a little bit, but yeah, I'll just start with that. Another thing I like to do with my hi-hats is for the like two-step part, I have it going, I'm changing the velocity so that they're not hitting the exact same like hardness, so it just sounds once again a lot more realistic and it just adds a different groove to it. So that's what I like doing. So now I just grabbed this kick and I'm gonna, for the most part, layer it with my 808, but I'm gonna take some out and maybe add some in. But just a little trick to make it go a lot faster is you just copy and paste the 808 into it, and then you press Alt and K, and that'll bring it all down to C or whatever you select. And that's what I like doing to make it faster. Okay, so now that I have the kick in, I'm just gonna shorten it by pressing Shift and D. You don't really have to do it, but I just like it that way. And then I'm gonna probably find a snare or a perk just to add a little more bounce to it. And then we're pretty much done. I just have to arrange it, but you don't want to go too overboard with these beats. You need to leave room for the artist to work their magic, especially for people like Rod Wave, because they're melodic, so just leave them their room to do what they need to do. So I'll probably just get a snare or something and throw that in there and then start arranging. So with my beats, what I like doing is going to the master, throwing on a Fruity Parametric EQ, raising a bit of the mids and the highs, and then I throw on a soft clipper. And I normally leave that default, but this just makes my drums hit harder. So now what I'm going to do is do some leveling and then arrange the beat, and I'll play for you at the end. I hope you guys enjoyed, and that's pretty much it. Peace out. Hey guys, just before I play the beat, once again, I'm thinking about doing beat live streams. If that's something you want to see, just let me know in the comments and I'll be sure to do it. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Have a good day. Peace.
Hey, let's get it.